I'm 26. I live in the DMV area, and I'm having a really hard time dating. Like, I feel like every time I'm dating a man, I think he feels like it's fun until it's not fun anymore. Like when I'm ready to get serious, I'm like, okay, we're talking about relationships, yada yada yada. Like he is like backing up, like, oh no, like when things get too serious, they leave, and I feel sad. And I'm also finding that a lot of men are not meeting my standards.
Okay, what are your standards? What are you looking for?
Okay, so yesterday I went on a date, right? I work and I'm a hairstylist, so I work around a lot of barber shops and other cosmetologists. So I was being funny with my barbers that I work with. I was like, y'all need to send me some men back there. Like, I'm looking to start dating. And there's so many men, like somebody sent somebody over, right? Just being playful. But I did meet this one guy, and so he asked me, do I want to go on a date? So I said yes. So we go to the date. It's like a little bar. Well, it's not a bar, it's a restaurant, but we sit at the bar. And so as we're conversing, we're talking about marriage and everything like that. So he asked me, he said, what are your standards for marriage, or what are your standards for like your future? So I told him, like, I don't have any children, and I want to be married before I have children. Even though I know that's not like the ultimate blueprint, but that's just something that I want. I told him I want to be married, and I want to be moved into a house, like, before all. Like, I feel like I've molded my life this far, and I can continue to. Um,
Huh. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. It's over. Ain't nobody, yo, standards. You come up here with that red yarn in your head. Egregious. Like, what is that? Talking about I need a man to move me into a house and before he knocked me up. What the
If you gotta ask for these things, it should just come. You don't say you gotta put me in the house before you knock me up. You sitting there having that conversation. Here we go, ladies. Is it safe to say that for a lady to sit there and look at a man and say, you gotta put me in the house and marry me before you knock me up? Is that the same as a man looking at a woman like, hey, what's your body count? I think it's just as freaking cringe. Seriously. Like, you shouldn't have to ask. You should be moving in a way where either you're a guy and you ain't having, high body count bonquisha approaching you. And as a sister, if you desire marriage like that, real marriage, you should be moving in a way that attracts that, to where you ain't got to throw that on the table. You should exude that, sister.
And this woman in particular, out here, 26 and childless, in the prime of her life, and giving auntie.
There you go. This is her prime. That's a good note there. This is as good as it gets. See what I'm saying? Even if she start to lose some weight, because she a little overweight. If she start to lose some weight, her age going up. You see, 26. She right there. This is where it starts to hurt her.
and so he was 36. He had a roommate who was 46 and a woman. And I just feel like it's like I'm not finding my standards to be met, even though I feel like it's bare minimum standards.
So, okay. So what happened after the date? After you found out he had a roommate, you told him you want to be married. How did he respond to that?
Okay, so
Wait,
like
wait, wait, wait. How did you find out he had a roommate?
he told me. So I
Okay.
have this thing when I'm on first dates, I'm quiet. So I'll just stay quiet and I'll let you tell me what you have to say. So after he like knocked back a few drinks and he just starts blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, listen, like he's telling me everything. He's telling me about his past relationships, his ex-girlfriends, and I'm just sitting there just soaking it up to understand who he is, because I feel like at first people show you who they want you to see. And after a few drinks, your inhibitions kind of come down a little bit, and you start telling who you really are. So that's how I found out he had a roommate. And he's 36 years old, and I'm 26, and I'm like, I feel like at that age you should be like a little bit more. You should have like more. Like you should live alone, or just have more going. And I'm just finding that it's hard for me to not like I'm finding it hard to not waver on my standards, because it's just seeming like nobody is meeting the standards.
Well, as a great man once said, you don't qualify, queen. You up here, you don't qualify. This man's 36. He got a roommate. You don't qualify for a man that got his own house, car, money in the bank. He exists. They talk as if he don't exist. He does. You don't qualify for him.
She legit got black hair growing on her scalp and slapped a highlighter red ponytail up in that mamma jamma, and wondering why she can't meet guys that meet her standards. I gotta hear these standards. What's your standards for a man as far as his ambition, his income, height, sexual prowess, all that? I want to hear it, and we can help you find your correct lane, because it sounds like you're in the fast lane and you need to get over to the broke down lane. Get on the shoulder. Get out the way.
And I don't think I'm asking for too much.
Yeah, you may not be asking for too much, but let me say this. You said you work within a barber shop, right?
Yeah, so it's like suites. So I have my own room in the back, and then everybody else has their own room too.
Okay. So if you work amongst men
Mm-hmm.
in a suite, you should have no issues attracting said men,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I always tell the ladies, and I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to work, you need to be put together. No comfortable attire.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get pretty when you take me out on a date. I need you to be
So I
top
don't see the men. I'm so sorry. I don't see the men because I'm in the back. So like the two barbershops are right there in the front, and then I'm way in the back. So if they're like, it's like a long hallway, if you can imagine it. And then so they're one and two on left and right, and then in the back I'm seven. So nobody
Okay,
really
well, if
comes
you
back.
decide to come out of
Yeah.
7 and go down to 4,
Yeah.
you got to be ready, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
No comfortable attire. None. I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what I always tell the girls, right? I tell them all the time, this is not just for you, darling. This is for everyone watching.
Mm-hmm.
When you level up, the men will come to you like a moth to a flame. We won't be having these conversations about, oh, where they at, where they at. No. I want you to level up so much that they are chasing you down the hallway,
Okay.
knocking on your door. Now you're telling the barber, don't send them to me.
Okay.
Please.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So I want you to write down 10 things tonight
Okay.
that you can improve. Okay, what can Sleek improve? I already do hair. I already know how to do my little makeup when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
How can I improve my look? So then I don't have to do that much work. I don't gotta look. All I gotta do is leave my house. And I know they're gonna be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like I attract men. It's just I'm not attracting who I want. So maybe I should, elevate a little bit. Like I can say that.
Thank you for the confession. All you women attract men. We never speak in absolutes. Quit sending the all police over here. Nobody saying these women can't find men. She said, look, they're in my DM. It's not the guy that I want. I got a man that I picture inside my head. It ain't him. It ain't him.
Yes. And if the man that I picture inside my head ain't here, then the man and little man in the boat ain't gonna get the rowing. So it got to be him. And this is unfortunate. That's why these sisters go. That's why they say get a dog in this thing out alone, because they are hell bent. If they can't find him, then they'll take nobody, and they'll say it. They'll say, Kendra would ask and say, hey, if you can't find this guy you described, will you take nothing? And Bonquisha will puff up her chest and say, yep, I'll just end this out alone. At 26, that's where she's trending. Because Ashley trying to give her the 304 golden handbook. So, make sure she trying to tell his sister, make sure you wear, more or less provocative clothes every day, nothing comfortable, heels every day, wear something sexy every day until you land that guy. Bonquisha don't know that kind of consistency, and she's not dealing with that much discomfort. She ain't doing it. She in there with Crocs. There's days of the week you can catch her in there with Crocs, mismatched socks, sweatpants, and a shirt covered in oils and leave-in conditioners. probably more days than not. Look at that freaking hair. She's
And
just
her handy dandy bonnet too. So all that.
mhm. The sisters like this. Listen here, y'all might as well go ahead. I heard they coming out with a new rose. It's built like a cowbell. It's got handles on the sides of it. Two-hand boy, all right. And maximum gigawatts. Just get with it.
I don't wear makeup to work. I always have a cute little outfit on, but no, I don't do like the whole tens. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you gotta be all the way beat down Hollywood glamour red carpet, but I want you to put something on.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
blush, eyelash, a little fill in the eyebrow, something on the lip,
Okay.
bronzer, something. But we need something. Okay, with your dress, no Crocs, no.
Right.
She laughing.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So those are the things I want you to work on. And it's good when you went out. Okay, you said you were married, but you ain't gotta say everything else after. Okay, I want to get married. You ain't gotta paint the picture for him.
Right.
Just tell him, okay, that's what I'm into. Blase blah. All right, keep the conversation going.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It definitely does. Do you have any other tips for me? Like, so I don't have any like older sisters or anything like that. So I'm just trying to soak in all I can.
Yes, my tip for you, the first tip was to level up.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I want you to do. The extension of the tips that I will give you, you're going to sign up for the link in my bio, and we're going to do a one-on-one call, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Ashley.
You're welcome, beauty. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good night. I'll be watching.
Time to level up again. All right, and she was a good sport, but if you work in a barbershop, there should be no issue, or close enough to a barbershop. There should be no issue. Once you walk in, once you walk out, honey, there's men everywhere. There's men. They're waiting. Oh, who's that? Who's the girl in red? Yes, the Crocs caught astray. Because forget a man, not just a man. When a man or a woman sees Crocs on your feet, is lazy shoes. That's lazy wear. I look at Crocs and I look at bonnets like lazy wear. Like you just don't got no time to put on a little sneaker. You don't have time to put on a skippy. You don't even have time to put on a chancleta. You're going straight to Crocs?
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! Ashley said, put on the damn chincleta. Huh? Chincletas. Where your chincletas at? Monquisha, like, where is that chincleta?
Yeah. I'm gonna start saying that in public. I don't know what the hell a chincleta is. I'm gonna say, Bonquish, why got them Crocs? You don't know about them chincletas? She gonna be like, I got some at home, but what's a chincleta? I love it. That still is wicked. Shout out to Ashley. Ashley said, you want more information? You want to take more notes? She said, book a session. That's wicked. Listen here. Shout out to Ashley herself, Kendra, up here trying to push apps and sessions to
listen, the game is sold, not told. So
facts.
Listen, where your mama and them at?
All facts. But here's one thing that they need to understand is the demographic that they appeal to. Now you want them to spend. Ashley and Kendra want top dollar. You want them to spend top dollar. Your demographic,
they got it. Ashley, like y'all spend $1,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown. Quit playing with my top. Even if y'all ain't got it, that man that simp that give you money to buy weed and alcohol and weave, tell him to give you some money to book you a session. Now, Ashley, like y'all got it. Y'all spending on y'all are the worst spenders. Y'all be having bread.
That's true. Good luck trying to extract it. Ash told her to log off and go to email and book a session. And I don't know if y'all listen, it ain't gonna happen. The sister said, I'll be watching you. Well, she ain't booking a session. She came up here for the free stuff.
So I'm gonna let her land this plane.
I look at Crocs and I look at bonnets like lazy wear. Like you just don't got no time to put on a little sneaker. You don't have time to put on a skippy. You don't even have time to put on a chancleta. You're going straight to Crocs? Absolutely not. Thank you, Latasha. Absolutely not. Stop wearing lazy wear. Stop it, ladies. Your hair is done. Take it out the bonnet. You done pay all that money and you only wear the hairstyle on a weekend. Friday through Sunday. Friday through Sunday. Monday through Thursday is sweating under that bonnet. It is sweating. Sweating out and sweating. Wear your hair down. Wear it out. Stop preserving your hairstyle for the weekends. Get it redone if you need to. Throw them out, burn them. Throw them to the wolves and the lions. I'm just saying, don't wear your bonnet in public. That's what I'm saying. Bonnets and Crocs should not be worn out in public. It shouldn't be. As simple as that. And then you're going to turn around and look at the man that you want to date and say, you better take me to a Michelin star, 5-star restaurant. You better do this, that, and the third for me while you have on Crocs and a bonnet. Interesting. So although you didn't put no effort into your look when you left the house, I got to put effort into the date. Although this is where you set the standard. You came out just looking willy-nilly. Now I got to come into your life and add a little splat, add a little je ne sais quoi. That's what I have to do. And you're not willing to do it? Absolutely not.
So, shout out to Ashley. Like said, Ashley got good advice for some of these hyenas to get what they want. Not really marriage and fulfillment, but she'll teach you how to squeeze a ninja for his bread. And, you know, it's unfortunate.
Or at least attract him for a short time, if not a long time. But yeah, she got some little gems and rubies, you know, raw cut diamonds in there. We get it.
And stuff that we said. We've said all this stuff over here. We told y'all don't wear the Crocs and the bonnets out the house. As far as she goes, she came up for advice. 26, no kids, but what, junior band maybe? I don't know. What you think?
Yeah, junior band. She got no kids. We didn't get to see the Dalton Fit cam, but there's hope. I guess, junior band just because her age and no kids, but she football.